everyone, Ashley here. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time stopping by, I'm so glad you're here. Today's video is going to be about last week's theme of if it brings you joy, melt it, for the wax challenge, low buy collab challenge. The low buy part, I don't know if many of us have actually abided by that, but myself included. Nevertheless, the challenge has been so much fun. This week was a lot of fun. I could melt things that brought me joy, and I enjoyed every single one of these. So let's get started. There's a couple of items in here that I used up throughout my home and wax that I melted that wasn't necessarily in the video last week, but I'm going to talk about it in here. And once again, I'm going to empty everything out and then talk about it as I grab it. And I got through a lot this week again, which I like because it makes me feel like my wax buying is justified because I am using my stuff. So, okay, let's go ahead. Oh, that guy. He flew almost across the room. Okay, let's talk about the items first that I had used up. Where did that? Oh man. Here it is. Okay. Sorry guys. All right, a couple of empties I have here that are just throughout my house. I finished up the winter soap. And first of all, I must say to you guys, everything is looking correct to you now. I found a way within my phone and the camera, all of the stuff in there, to actually flip the image. And I feel like moron because I didn't realize you could do that before. I was just mindlessly looking through my photos and I happened to click, I think, one of the edit buttons. I have an Android. I'm not an Apple user. I won't ever be an Apple user. So, and I'm not necessarily all that savvy or care to know about the functions that my camera can do sometimes, but I'm so glad I learned that because now you can read everything on here right and it's not backwards to you. So small victories, and I'm so happy I figured that out. So okay, winter, I finished this up. I had this in my master bathroom. This is the quintessential Bath & Body Works winter item. It's spiced orange, fir balsam, and clove buds. I love this. It's a perfect combination of orange, you know, the citrusy, and the touch of pine. This is wintry. This is delicious. I love this. I have it in, I have more soaps in my arsenal, and I have it in the wallflowers too. So this is a great scent to have. Next, I put a wallflower in the master bedroom here, and I'm sitting by the window today, so I know this cord's in the background, but hey, trying to change it up here a little bit. This is, excuse me, this is winter candy apple, of course, and these notes in here are candied apples, crisp pears, and oranges. And you know, this has been around forever. It's just a nice fruity scent to have in the wallflower. I can't always smell them here in my bedroom because my bedroom is kind of large. It's not super duper large, but it's not small. And sometimes the outlet's actually right here, right by me, and I can't smell it sitting here, but I do have some of this here, which is, you know, I can smell all the other stuff here, so maybe it's my mind's blocking it out. But typically, I struggle with wallflowers, but I have a good bit of them, so I am still using them. And there are some throughout the way that, of course, just blow me out of the water. And one of those is sugared snickerdoodle, which I'll talk about in another video because I have a bunch of those to use. Okay, the last item is, this is Lush. This is Figs and Leaves soap. And I started using this because I forgot that I went to Lush right before Christmas last year. There's a Lush in Salt Lake. And I got a couple of bars of soap and another item, I can't remember, something facial. And the scents in here that I smelled in the shower, there's ylang ylang, orange flower, aloe vera, and vine leaves. I mean, there, of course, there's all the other stuff in here, the coconut oils, the rapeseed oil, aloe vera gel, fragrance, whatever that is. But I just wanted to say that, you know, this is a nice woodsy, but not masculine smelling soap. I don't know if anybody's ever had this, but I love Lush, and I love Lush scents, you know, wax and just like the actual real product. I love Lush. I've been shopping at Lush for a long time, and I found it when I lived in the East, of course. And I don't get to make it to my Lush store very often here in Salt Lake, but when we go to Vegas, there's a Lush store that I always visit because it's pretty big and they have a lot of stuff there. So this is a nice soap. It suds nice. It leaves the skin smooth, soft, and moisturized. And I really like Lush soaps. My favorite soap of Lush they discontinued. It was called Sexy Peel, and they discontinued it. It was a nice bright orange scent. I loved it. Okay, let's get on to the wax. I'm going to mix once again the Empties and the unempties, for lack of a better term. I don't quite know what to call my unempties. It's just not done yet, I guess. Okay, we'll talk about a favorite, Pistachio in the Kitchen. I finished this up because y'all know pistachio brings me joy. This is pistachio, cookies, birthday cake, Twinkies, and vanilla fudge butter. And I apologize, my eye is watering today, so that situation's going to happen. I love this. This is a nice pistachio bakery, and it's not heavy on cherry. It's not even really almondy to me. There's enough of the birthday cake, the Twinkies, and the fudge butter in there to soften it down. If you're one that's sensitive to pistachio scents, I know they're not for everyone. This is a nice one to start with, and it's kind of it's not strong enough for me pistachio wise. I really like a nice punch of it, and I feel this could use a touch more, but I understand this is a blend of her in the kitchen, you know, which is the birthday cake, Twinkies, and the vanilla butter fudge, so vanilla fudge butter. So there's that one. Next is, this was a little sample from Hayden Rowe that I received. This is Perfect Autumn, the Bath & Body Works dupe. This is cranberries, pumpkin, and apples. This was nice. I melted this in my master bathroom. It is nice. If you smell that, it's one of my favorite fall scents from Bath & Body Works, and it's a nice one. I finished up the 2-pack of leaves. This is Cursed from Vintage Chic. This is sweet and spicy cinnamon with cherries and hints of orange peel. And this was perfect. Excuse me. I could smell spicy cinnamon, and then the next second it would change to sweet cinnamon with that fruit, that cherry and orange. This is nice for wintertime. I know that not a lot of people gravitate to these scents because they are kind of polarizing, I guess. You know, they're not the bakery, they're not exactly fruit, they're not fresh, they're in their own spice potpourri category, I suppose. At least to my opinion of that. Okay, next we have I melted a couple of melted mousse products because I had some down in my kitchen that I was melting the week before that I didn't talk about last week, but I will give them a review now. This is Snowmizer. This was from her Christmas box, you know, this past Christmas. And the notes here is balsam fir, peppermint, and toasted marshmallow. Now, this was nice. And I will say the peppermint was the dominant note in this, of course. Peppermint kind of stands out in everything that I think it's in, unless it's done in a sweet manner, which kind of tones that sharpness down to the peppermint. The balsam fir was in here, just a nice touch. It was like a nice frosting, not frosting like on a cake, but just a nice sprinkling, I guess, of balsam fir throughout. And then the toasted marshmallow sweetened this up. This was nice. I liked this. It was a little baby pie, I guess, in here. I liked that one. Let's go ahead and just keep with the empties here, I suppose. If there's a couple other here on the floor, oh well. There's 2 over here, I see. Okay. Next, I went ahead and melted this one. This is the waffle cone, sweet cream, coffee bean, sheets, and still sugar. I think sheets and still sugar absolutely is an error because I only smelled coffee, waffle cone, and cream in this. This was like a nice cup of coffee with a little bit of bakery in it. This was a nice blend. I liked that one. This was a sample I received from Hayden Rowe. This is Honey Clementine. This was a little ducky. They're so cute. They don't have the scent notes on here, but this was basically just a Clementine sweetened up with a little bit of honey. It was pretty spot on. That was a nice one. Next was Gain. This was a little L3 sample I got from the mystery sampler that Jen offered. She's been offering it for a while. There might even still be some on her website if you're interested in it. I did not like this version of Gain, and I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. It's a little warm outside, so my nose is very sensitive to stuff, and I just ran the vacuum and, was tidying up for the week, and I might have, aggravated something, but hey, 'tis the season, I suppose. I did not like this Gain. It doesn't smell like Gain fabric, the fabric soap that I'm used to, and it's, in the stores. This was strange to my nose, and I know that she mixes this. I haven't had her Island Fresh. I've seen Island Gain. I haven't tried anything with it though. This, I don't really care for that. This is Melted Mousse Gangsta Wrapper. This is hot cocoa, nutmeg, spices, and vanilla butter fudge. I'm not a chocolate fan in wax all the time. There's a few scents I've found that is good enough for me, but I say that I find that chocolate either is artificial smelling or it's not strong enough. It's just sweet. But this was done very well. This was kind of like a sweetened cocoa. There's something like Mexican hot chocolate that has cinnamon added into the hot chocolate, and it's at least out here they have that, and it kind of reminded me of that, even though it's not cinnamon in here. And this was done well, I will say. I could smell the nutmeg and whatever spices makes it into the hiss. There might be cinnamon here, but I don't. It's more like a hot cocoa chocolate with some spices in it. That's the best way I can describe that one. This one here is Cod Cranberry. This is Hayden Rowe. And I'm going to turn. I'm sitting right next to the vent, and I wonder when it blows if it will be too loud. I guess I'll find out when I watch this through. This is Tart Cranberries and Light Sugar. This was a nice cranberry scent. I like more of a tart, whereas this is more of a sweet, and the blower just turned on, so I was thinking it wouldn't come on today because it's kind of warmer out, but hey, it only runs for a little while, so hopefully it'll be okay for you guys. I'm sorry. This, I don't know if I would buy this myself. It was okay. Next, I finished up this clam of Marshmallow Crispies from Sensationals. This was just Fruit Loops with a little bit of marshmallow. This is nice and strong, fruity, pop of cereal, very nice. I like that one. Next, I finished up, this is Shepherd from Super Tarts. I finished this up. This is my favorite scent from the Advent calendar. These notes are Clementine, fresh balsam, strawberry, moss, and marshmallow. This was nice. It's like a nice perfumey fragrance without being too perfumey. This was beautiful. If you're interested in more in-depth reviews about this, watch my Super Tarts Advent calendar review video, and I also talked about this in a couple of weekly melting basket videos. But I liked that. I ordered some more of that when she offered the Advent calendar pre-orders. Next, we have Cupcakes at Tiffany's, Candy Cane, and Fraser Fir. This was nice. This was more like a bakery. I didn't straight out smell Cupcakes at Tiffany's. I just smelled the candy cane with a little bit of pine mixed in there, and then a bakery note. That wasn't bad. Okay, let's get on to some of the wax that I melted but haven't completely used up. But I'm lying because I found 2 empties here. 3 empties here. Oh, man, Ashley. Okay, this is Palo Santo Vanilla. Palo Santo Sweet Cream Whole Vanilla Beans. I loved this. It was basically just Palo Santo with a little bit of vanilla. It was beautiful, lovely. I melted this in my office. I loved it. It lasted several hours, probably 6 or 7 hours. I loved this one. Very nice, Jen. This is Saturday Evening Post from Vintage Chic. This is Kirby's rendition of her zucchini bread with a little bit of VBN mixed in, Vanilla Bean Noel. I really enjoyed this. I have this in a Blossom bar. I melted this in my kitchen last night to kind of, you know, round out the Joy week, and this was a nice one. It has a beautiful throw. It's strong. It's not too spicy. Has a creamy component to it. This is a nice one. I really enjoy that. And finally, Vanilla Birch. I think this is a Bath & Body Works dupe. I'm pretty sure it is. At least they have this candle there. And this is a nice, it's birch with a touch of vanilla to sweeten that up a little bit. And this is such a nice one. I really enjoyed this one. Okay, I promise there's no more empties in here. Okay. Actually, there's an empty, but I promise I don't think I have any more. Oh, man. Oh, well. Serendipity. I love Serendipity. This is one of my favorite scents. It's a single oil. This is sweet, creamy vanilla with cherry and fresh coconut. I love this. It's all three of these notes just blend beautifully together. There were equal amounts of each in here. There wasn't one that stood out. Oh, like, oh, that's cherry, that's vanilla, that's coconut. It's all beautifully blended together, like it's all whipped together in a bowl that you can just inhale. And this was fabulous. I love that. Okay, this is Sniff My Tarts. Now these are, I did talk about most of these, but I did have a lot there that I didn't talk about in my video last week. But this is good. This is Sugar Cookie Latte, and this is Sugar Cookie and Coffee. But it has zucchini bread profile to it almost. There's the spiciness to it, and obviously the bakery component, but the coffee in here just blend beautifully. I really enjoy this. The wax is nice consistency. It's quick to fill the room. It's very long lasting. I really enjoy this. Good job on that one. I really liked that one. I'm gonna keep my empties separate from the ones I can put back in my basket. Okay, next we have Ghost Face. This is Vintage Chic. These notes are caramelized pralines, cream cheese frosting, and zucchini bread. This one, when I melted it, this is, on warm, the zucchini bread comes alive a little bit more than on cold. And then the caramelized pralines, I can tell there's a nut in this, and I can tell there's a little bit of caramel with a touch of that cream cheese frosting, which the blower turned off now, so it should be quieter if it was noisy before. The cream cheese frosting is nice in just about anything that I've smelled it in. This was a good job. It was a nice, not quite bakery, but a little bit of just a sweet scent with just a hint of bakery. It's not bakery heavy, so that's a good one there. This next one is Savannah Blue. This is Frosted Ice Cream Coffee. These notes are frosted graham crackers, coffee ice cream, and vanilla cream. This is nice. I've talked about this before. I have a lot of coffee this week that I melted. This, oh, when it's warmed, the coffee ice cream component, you know, is dominant. It's the main note, and the vanilla cream and the graham crackers are just there. They're there. You can tell they're there. That is a nice one. IHOP. This is Sassy Girl. This is delicious, wonderful, awesome. Everybody who loves coffee and bakery should grab this because it's great. This is pumpkin pecan waffles, maple syrup, brown sugar, caramel, and coffee. This is, I can't say enough good things about this blend. I love it. I'm getting down to the bottom. I don't have a backup of this, and I was hesitant to even melt this, but I did practice the don't hoard it, Ashley. You'll get it again someday. It's not the end of the world. I pushed myself and I used it. So pat myself on the back for that one because that was what I wanted to do. I'm trying to push myself out of, oh, I'm never going to melt that because I don't know when I can get it again. You know, you never know what tomorrow's going to bring you. So enjoy today. Enjoy the scents you have at hand today. So this is a great one. I love that one. It has a long-standing favorite with Sassy Girl fans. Okay, this next one is Holiday Cookie Tray from Sassy. This is a smorgasbord of cookie stuff. This is sweet buttercream, caramel, almond, orange, sugar cookie, coconut shavings, vanilla icing, vanilla cream, and milk. And this, my eye itches again. This is, oh, I love to smell this because this is a beautifully done buttercream frosted sugar cookie scent. And I can't smell directly coconut. I can't smell orange. I smell vanilla with buttercream. This is delicious. Every time I melt this, I love it even more and more. Great job on that one. Let's keep with the Sassies because I have a couple more in here. Okay, Fantasyland. This is strong lemon scent. This is Hello Lover, which is a lemon, very strong lemon blend of Julie's. Fruit Loops, orange sherbet, and vanilla bean Noel. This, oh, I love this. This is very strong. It's very lemony, but it has the Fruit Loops in it that is very, it lets you know it's there. It's a nice creamed out scent with the orange sherbet, and I say sherbet, and the vanilla bean Noel. I love this. It's got a big following too. This is always a great blend to have on hand. Next is Luke's Coffee Addiction. This is freshly brewed coffee with the tiniest swirl of vanilla creamer and sugar. This is just a basic cup of coffee with a little hint of creaminess to it from that vanilla creamer. And honestly, I don't really smell so much vanilla creamer. It's just sweetened coffee to my nose. That's what I grabbed from that. I melted this next one. This is Spiced Pumpkin Latte. And I'll be honest, I don't know quite how I feel about this one. It didn't like blow me away to where I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I can't wait to get this again. These notes are milk, creamy butter, coffee, pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg, sugared maple, and chocolate cream. I didn't get many of those notes from here. It's just coffee with a little bit of stuff added to it, honestly. I mean, this is okay. I wouldn't repurchase that again. And finally, last sassy scent is Toucan Sam. This is Fruit Loops, a sugar cookie, and whipped cream, and I love this. It's Fruit Loops, absolutely, but it's not as punchy, fruity as just plain Fruit Loops. It's got that sugar cookie in it and the whipped cream to tone it down a little bit, but nonetheless, this is an incredible scent. I love this. I think I have 2 more brittles of this. That is a great one. I really liked that. Next we have, this was a custom loaf from Sugar Melts by Stacy. This is Cupcakes at Tiffany's, Strawberry Cookie Monster, and Graham Cracker. This one is Cupcakes at Tiffany's with a strawberry component, and there really isn't much more else to this one. It was okay. That was a custom I made, but at the time I was into trying to make myself really like Cupcakes at Tiffany's to melt on its own. And I thought graham cracker isn't a strong oil, to my opinion, to my nose, and it's just there as a little bit of an extra boost. The Strawberry Cookie Monster just is a little touch of strawberry, and it's okay. It's not bad. This is Pistachio Dessert from Yum Yum Wax. I love pistachio. Y'all know that. I love this. I imagine this is like a pistachio dessert with maybe, you have the desserts out there. I think they're called Lushes, but I always learned it as Chocolate Delight, Lemon Delight. That's what my grandmother called them. I never met her, but she died before I was born. But I have her recipes. It's in her handwriting, and it's chocolate and lemon delight. I mean, when you were raising 11 kids, my mom's parents, in the 40s, you probably only had lemon and chocolate pudding back then. They didn't have as many varieties as we have today. But this pistachio, I think this might be, Cool Whip, pistachio with a layer of the cream cheese and the powdered sugar, or cream cheese and cream cheese and I don't remember what that layer is, but It's kind of like a layered dessert. I think that's what this is because it's a little bit of a creamier pistachio than just straight pistachio. It doesn't smell like pistachio pudding cake, and it's definitely not a cherry pistachio. This is a nice pistachio dessert. A couple more here, guys. We have, this is Britta's. Woo! This is Britta's Christmas Wake Up Call. This is espresso, chocolate chip cookie dough, and vanilla bean marshmallow. Now this, it smells weird to me. It has coffee in it. There's the espresso there. But then the chocolate chip, it's weird. It's almost chemical-like to my nose. And this is the only piece of her wax I've ever had. So I don't know much about this vendor. I don't know if there's other scents. Maybe this one was just not one of her best ones. But this is, I think the chocolate chip in here, it's throwing weird to my nose. And like I said, chocolate and wax I'm sensitive to anyways. Shipwrecked Rose Girls. Love this one. I've been melting this for a couple of weeks off and on. It's blue sugar and Gilligan's brew with coconut. Well, the coconut's in the Gilligan's brew, and I think there's vanilla wafers in here and donuts maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. I should know that. This is one of my favorite scents. But I melted that. A couple more here. We have Rose Girls Pumpkin Creme Brulee Pretzel Wafers. This is a nice pretzel creme brulee scent, and it's, I don't necessarily get pumpkin. This kind of smells like Cookie Land. If you've had her Cookie Land, where you get that beautiful salty pretzel with that butterscotch toffee, you know, the notes in there. Sorry. This is very similar to Cookie Land, but it's got a little bit more vanilla in it, which is the creme brulee part. I love creme brulee. My favorite creme brulee, honestly, is from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. If you guys have ever been there, it's an expensive place. We only go every couple of years. It's not a Outback by any means. They have the best creme brulee I've ever had, and my husband agrees. He's had creme brulee in New Orleans. He's had it in other famous places. We've been to Morton's Steakhouse, and we usually get the same thing if we go to high-end steakhouses. We usually get the steak, some sort of a potato. Everything's a la carte in those restaurants. And I love cream spinach. He will not eat spinach, my husband, so I eat the whole thing, and I don't feel shame because there I'm going to enjoy myself. And the creme brulee, Morton's and Ruth's Chris is the best if you're looking for that stuff. This is at the fair. This is Walmart wax. Churros, brown sugar, and funnel cake. I melted 2 cubes of this at a time because it was kind of a light throw. And my husband, that's an empty, by the way. I lied, of course. It didn't really have much of a scent. I think it's a scent that's better for a smaller. I had it downstairs in the kitchen. I think I said that. It's better suited for a smaller space, so like a small bathroom or a smaller bedroom would probably be great. And finally, Winchell's. This is raspberry jam filled powdered donuts. Love this. I love her. I love Kirby's raspberry oil. It's so reminiscent of just Smucker's red raspberry preserves or red raspberry jam, whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's just so juicy and fruitful and delicious, and I love this. It brought me a lot of joy. So that is the roundup for this week, and stay tuned for my video on the vendor specific week. It's vendor specific week, so I'm going to be uploading that video soon if you're wanting to see what I'm going to be melting in my home this next week. So thanks for watching. I'm so glad you made it this long in my video, and I always appreciate your comments and your support, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk